Everyone, listen, relax. We got some answers today. The S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100 futures just rolled over. Very interesting behavior, and we'll talk about where we're at, where we're going, and ultimately what to expect. Now, a few things to know. So futures officially rolled over because we're going into Friday, which again, end of the quarter, quad witching, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so things to know, things to expect, right? We finally got some of these tests. We got above 44.95. Yeah, sorry, I had to think about that for a second. I've been saying it so much. Nasdaq, awesome. We pushed up, we got to our back to our 15.5. There's a bit of a disconnection. ES is performing better than Nasdaq. Something to know there. CPI, PPI data didn't come out fantastic. Didn't come out like you really wanted to see. People are saying, why is the market reacting this way? Now, a few things we want to acknowledge first, right? And I've tried to acknowledge this as much as possible. We got some initial dropping from basically all the news that's come our way. Initial dropping, and then sellers are very weak, and we pop up. Now, today, the first day after CPI and PPI, very interesting behavior, right? We see very low volume the first 30 minutes, hour of trading. We bottom out down here around the 15.35 region, strong buying back. Same thing on ES, but ES looked even better going into this morning. Very, very good, around 44.60. Now, what was the thought process as we look at some of these areas? This morning was right here for ES, and obviously you're just sitting at resistance. You got like no downside at all there. What was the big thing here? Interesting for me. Very terrible volume across the board on ES over the past few days when we were holding and sitting below said resistance. As we break above this resistance on ES, volume is increasing. Buyers are showing up again. Very interesting. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the whole reason why the market's going up and moving the way it is right now is based on the percent chance of getting a pause. That's fully what it is. There's nothing other reason. That's the mentality here. You have Bloomberg, Reuters, everyone's coming on saying they are pricing in a pause. Very, very likely a pause. I'm going to say that right now. I'm going to go into why I believe the pause is likely, but things to be looking for as well here in a second. Before we do that, to ask you to do two things: like and subscribe. It helps out tons. Appreciate all the love, support from you guys. You're killing it. I appreciate you. You're some of the best subscribers, but also some of you are kind of idiots. But for the most part, I love all you guys. If you have questions, comment down below. We'd love to answer those if there's ever any point of confusion in the video. The Discord link is down below if you're interested. No pressure whatsoever. We provide a lot of this stuff for free anyways. But if you guys want to get hand-holding, understand why we're in the market, what we're looking to trade every single day, Discord may be for you. Now, really quick, and this video is going to be pretty short. I got truth here. We're watching Ben 10, then we got football at 7. So I got like an hour, right? So what are we looking at? I want to see us get above 45.20 on ES. That's the number one thing we want to get above. Number one. All we need to get above is 45.20. NQ. We need to just mount above 15.5. That's what we want to mount above this area right here. Now, if you're looking at Qs, giving you a little bit of a visual here as well. You want to get above basically 379 on Qs. On SPY, we want to get above locally. Basically the highs here, 453. That's where we need to get to. We get above these, really it's like closer to 452.7, but get above that and we're cooking, right? That's where we need to get to. You have a daily gap up here as well on SPY. Definitely interesting, 455. It's looking good. It's looking good. Things we're like to see here. Now, I want to spend a bulk of this video going over equities, but really quick going over a few things in the dollar because then you're going to have questions. The dollar, I posted this on Twitter, so it's already there. You can go check. It's all on Twitter. I posted these charts, posted the watch list, everything. It's all there, so make sure you go check it out. Going into the dollar, in my opinion, you're pushing into bank crisis levels. I think you're going to hit that most likely even tonight, maybe. 105.7, 106 flat. I think you'll get rejected from here and start pushing back down towards either 200 or at least 104.7, which can give you legs and room to trade to the upside on indexes in particular. You're also not seeing yields technically follow. They're sitting at resistance right now, the 2, the 5, 10, and 30. They most likely will trend just like this until you get a confirmation on the rates being paused. on the Fed meeting next Wednesday. Also, too, gold. Everyone's been saying, Tyler, buy gold. Tyler, buy gold. Gold's awesome. No, gold is actually indeed trash. It's one of the worst hedges that there is here. And you have a clear triple top. 1, 2, 3. Everyone's trying to paint this as a cup and handle. They show you this picture, but what they fail to do is zoom all the way out because they are manipulating. They are lying. They just want your clicks. So again, if someone doesn't show you all 3 touches, and this is a weekly chart going back into 2020, then again, I would not trust anything they say. A lot of big accounts on Twitter, YouTube are all pointing out just this right here, showing a cup and handle. Again, they are lying. So be careful. I don't know what to say there. Oil is going to push into our target of 92.93. I do anticipate us to trend sideways once we hit that level, unless more crazy OPEC news does come out. Personal opinion, that's what I see happening there. Now, we're going to go over equities really quick. But before I do that, I want to say a few things. Again, in yesterday's video, if you have not watched yesterday's video and you want to understand why I believe they're going to pause, go watch it. But the basis is this. In my opinion, if they raise rates, will it impact why inflation is rising this month? In my opinion, it won't do anything that hasn't already been done via rate hikes. The only reason inflation is rising on PPI and CPI is solely because of energy. That's the reason why core came out almost as expected, right? So that's my opinion, how I'm trading, how I'm looking at the market, nothing else besides that. And so if they do come out with a rate hike, it's in my opinion kind of pointless because it's not going to slow down what's happening with energy, and it's just going to cause more of a scare on the market and the healthy economy. Personal opinion. Believe me, don't believe me. People want to say the job claims are extremely low, this or that. Well, I don't care. Unemployment numbers are at 3.8% and trending higher, close to the 4% goal by the end of the year, which no one thought was possible. You're seeing housing inflation go down, specifically rents continuing to drop even through summer. I can't tell you the last time we saw rent prices drop through summer. Just saying. Very interesting that what's happening, especially with how slow the housing market is moving. People are saying, well, Tyler, house prices are still very high. House prices are staying very high because no one wants to sell their house with a low interest rate. It makes no sense. Why would I want to sell my home that is worth hypothetically $600,000 and then go get a new home loan and for whatever the same priced house and pay triple or double what I'm paying in interest? The average mortgage in a home, I believe, is sitting around 3.8%, even though rates are at 7% locally right now. That just means a very big slowdown in the housing market. It's a buyer's market per se because you get more leniency with what you want to pick. There's less sellers in the market right now. That's my opinion. A quick rundown, a little tangent. Take it for what you want. Now, quickly, we're going to go over what I'm looking at with some of these stocks. And a lot of these I'm mentioning on Twitter. Number 1, Tesla. Let me tell you, this thing is beautiful. On the daily, you're trying to break out once again like we kind of have been doing. And Tesla on the daily is as good as it looks. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. This thing has got to get you mucho excitioso. As you look here, you're pushing into this range. You have a daily gap at 289. Above 278, there's no liquidity, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing. Runner. This looks beautiful. 288 is going to get pretty. We like what we see here. The mounts, really the mounts above 274 is what I was looking for. I think we look really good in tomorrow as long as indexes stay decent, stay kind of strong. Going into NVIDIA, semiconductors. I mentioned them on Twitter today. I said if NVIDIA and semiconductors can get strength, I believe Nasdaq runs. Nasdaq got held at 15.5 essentially all day long. Now, as I look at what's happening with NVIDIA, okay, I see the potential bear flag there. But what I see more of is the buyers continuing to show up at 450. You had every opportunity from sellers to push you down, but they didn't. Shorts continue to stack into this position. If you can break out and hold about like 458, 459, start getting into that 460 range, you're going to push up. But really what you want is a mount above 464. Above 464, I believe you're working back into 480. So ideally, trade setup really quickly. You want to see a break, right? A push, mount. That's where you trade if you're trying to trade this, okay? Don't get fancy. I'm not trying to grab below this. You get above this, it's all engines ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin James. I'm talking NASCAR. Start your engines. That's what I'm talking about above 464. Yes, stay excited. I love it. Beautiful. Amazon. I like the action today on Amazon. Y'all know I was a big trader of this over the past few days. You pushed up. You haven't hit that level yet. If Amazon gets a touch back up for 143.5, I think I might be a buyer again because you haven't got the touch of 146.5. You zoom out to around the daily time. You go a little bit out. Zoom, 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 zoom. We go back to the past, right? We go back to last August, last year, August highs, 146, 147 locally up here. You get above this, it's again full steam ahead, but that's the target in the short term. Amounts above that, you're cooking with Crisco. Tell everyone watch out because there's hot oil on the stove. You might start a fire. We go a little bit deeper. Meta, and y'all like, Tyler, you're on a roll today. Did you smoke something? Not today, buddy. Not today. Hey, amen, brother. I'm high off the Most High. Thank you, Lord. Right? So what you're doing, you're pushing up. Now, Meta, this has been one of the most bread and butter trades of the century. We've been talking about this nonstop. Again, we've been calling, slinging, and slanging this stuff in Discord. I don't know what else to do. People are trading nonsense, but we keep giving them the juice every single day. Meta, you hit it over here. We called this out a few days ago, 2 days ago, right? Right here, boom. Mount 304, you're looking up towards highs. What happened here? Boom, shakalaka goes the crowd. You mount above 304 today, easy money, sniper, call me Kevin Durant, you're shooting up. And Meta keeps going, you're probably running 315, absolute juicer. Squeeze all you can out of that stock because it looks absolutely beautiful. Also, too, on the day, of course, you already know we caught Tesla. Easy money, sniper as well there. And obviously, I want to show you a little bit of the gains just because, these boys, these dogs, roof, they're absolutely eating. They're barking while they're at it too. Bro, shout out to these boys for real. They're going crazy today. Hey, it's not me. I put the ingredients on the table. I tell you how to cook it. It's up to you to do the rest. That's how you're moving. That's how you're acting right now. Those are my favorite names. That's what I'm watching. There's a few other ones up there as well. I also believe Apple. We've been highlighting this a lot. A little bit of a double bottom potential down here. You break above 180.5. I'm telling you right now, slap it like it's an ass of a stripper that you want to absolutely dig in there. Absolutely beautiful if you get above that level. You look great. You look good. Apple, I'm a buyer. Still have my shares. Probably want to buy some more. Above 177, you look really good as well. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't be an idiot. Trade safe. Remember, the Hefe's here for you.